I believe that Harmony's native token called One could hypothetically go to the price of $1 during the peak of this bull run. And of course, this isn't financial advice nor a guarantee. But why do I think so? I think it's going to come down to the fact that Harmony, it's that special. After all, it's an open blockchain network, which I think is one of the best out there. It can also run Ethereum mainnet applications while at the same time, having faster transaction speeds and maintaining lower costs as well. So I think that right there is fantastic. Carayo, boha. And let's not forget, right? If we take a look at how Harmony, its platform, it's very diverse in a sense that it can offer cross-chain bridges, which allows users to transfer crypto assets across multiple blockchains, such as, for instance, you take a look at the BNB Smart Chain, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and much more. So I think, yeah, that's how impressive Harmony is. But hey, man, Harmony, it doesn't end there because you know what? Harmony, it happens to use sharding technology. And yeah, you heard that right. I'm saying sharding with a D, not with a T. I'm not talking about the caca and the pants, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about the real deal here. Sharding means that, the network is split into multiple sections known as shards, and workload on the network is distributed amongst these different shards. And as a result of that, something like Harmony does become highly scalable. So I think that right there is an amazing touch. I mean, carajo, that's very impressive. Also on top of that, Harmony uses a consensus mechanism called EPOS, which stands for Effective Proof of Stake. Now, this right here, even though it sounds like a mouthful, carajo, it's actually very similar to the POS model. And no, I'm not talking about the POS that you may be thinking, right? I'm talking about the proof of stake model, of course. Now, here's the thing. EPOS is actually different than POS in a sense that when you take a look at POS, right, usually, validators are rewarded for staking more tokens. But Harmony's EPOS, on the other hand, it doesn't do this. It actually penalizes validators who stake too much on a single node. And you may be wondering, okay, why is it doing that? Sounds kind of counterintuitive in the first place, right? But if you think about it, this actually increases, the potential for Harmony to become a lot safer because this actually encourages decentralization. And as we all know, the more decentralized a network is, naturally, the less susceptible it is to potential hacks and attacks. So that's the forward-thinking and genius mindset of Harmony. It's like the David Goggins of projects, if you know what I mean. It takes things to a whole nother level. Who's going to carry the logs type of mindset, if you know what I mean. And Harmony's native token, it's called One. So it's only natural if it were to go to the price of $1, right? At least that's the way I view it. Of course, this is just, something fun to say, but even $1 really isn't all that unrealistic if you really think about it. Because if Harmony's native token, again, called One, were to go to the price of $1, at that point, market cap would be around, $14 billion. I mean, this isn't too much to ask for. It's not insane. It's not like it's never been reached before by, cryptocurrency. We've seen some caca nonsense like SHIB go to around 40 billion. We've even seen some more caca nonsense like Dogecoin go to around $88 billion in market cap back in 2021. So this isn't ridiculous in my opinion. It's not like it's some crazy outlandish thing. Even Dogecoin as of right now, right? Market cap is around 20 billion. I mean, keep in mind, which is crazy. I don't think a $14 billion market cap is too much to ask for. And keep in mind, right? Also, this bull run, it could be legendary. Nearly 600 million crypto owners. And also on top of that, Bitcoin hasn't even reached the price of $100,000. So imagine once it does that, the altcoin season, it could look even more insane than what we're seeing right now. Yeah, sure, when it comes to a lot of altcoins, we're seeing somewhat of a pullback, but it's only natural, right? When things pump up like that so quickly, sometimes there's a pullback. But you take a look back in history, you take a look at, for instance, something like Bitcoin, the journey to the top isn't smooth sailing. It's not like it one day just had a straight shot all the way up without any pullbacks. That's not the case. Usually, a cryptocurrency on the way up, it's going to have some pumps, it's going to have a pullback, but the general direction, usually, right, is upwards for the good ones and the ones that we've seen succeed. So when people are complaining that, oh, wow, this cryptocurrency is having a pullback, all this, it's only natural, right? Because, it's like in life, the journey to the top isn't just a straight shot, usually. Life isn't smooth sailing, much like a cryptocurrency's journey to the top, in my opinion. And some people out there, they may be wondering, okay, historically, altcoins, they do peak anywhere between 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. And now the Bitcoin halving event happened a couple months ago, back in April. But even despite that, when people know this time range, they may think, okay, 6 to 18 months, after April, that's a very, long range, right? How do we know it's the peak for something like One, Harmony's native token? Now, personally for me, it's impossible to predict the exact peak in my opinion. to the exact T, to the exact date, right? But I have a target in mind, and that's one at the price of $1. If one reaches the price of $1, I'm out at that point. I'm all good. I don't need it to go to the price of $2, $3, even though it could, hypothetically, right? I'm not going to wait for that long. $1, that's all good for me. You take a look at, for instance, something like Mark Cuban, owner of the Mavericks. He doesn't own the majority of it anymore. He owns a small percentage of it, which I think that hopefully the Mavericks do win the finals, but it looks like they're going to lose. Carayo, I mean, come on, man. I want the Mavericks to win. But besides that point, when, Mark Cuban, he sold broadcast.com to Yahoo. He got paid in Yahoo stock. When he exited his Yahoo positions, right? A lot of people, they were complaining to him. They were mocking him. They were saying, oh, wow, dude, you didn't exit at the perfect time. Oh, wow, the Yahoo stock went up some more. But not long after Mark Cuban, exited, guess what? Yeah, sure. Yahoo did went up some more, but it crashed afterwards, not too long after that. And then, as we all know, the dot-com bubble, it bursted. A lot of these internet companies, it went up in flames, quite essentially. And at that point, I think that a lot of people realize that sometimes enough is enough. It's not possible to really predict the exact top, in most cases. But hey, man, sometimes enough is enough. So if one goes to the price of $1, I'm all good. Yeah, sure, Mark Cuban could probably make, maybe a couple more $1 billion if he waited, but he's already a billionaire at that point. Again, right, is enough is enough. At least that's the way I view it. And of course, my strategy is very simple. That's dollar cost averaging. Anytime I acquire income, I acquire my favorite cryptocurrencies, which of course includes one. I just keep putting more and more on a consistent basis. I just hold and I just wait for the peak at the bull run. That's it. No day trading, no using leverage, no swing trading for me. I like to keep things simple. One at the price of $1. Again, wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think that this bull run could be that special. And I think that Harmony is that amazing. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very interesting video. I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.